Hey, what's up?
Hi, mommy.
You
Hi, live ones.
gonna come say hi to the people? Hey, y'all. It is Tuesday, November 28th, 2017. How's everyone doing? How are you? Hey, Lika. What's up, girl? All right, so I am going to take a second. No, I'm not doing makeup. Hey, girl. Not doing makeup, but I wanted to get this live done real quick before I go get up in this bed. And I had such an outpouring of support. Malika, you're one of the people. See, don't stop. We're not crying tonight. I had such an outpouring of support from my little breakdown on my live the other night. People inboxed me and texted me, was like, girl, I just, and it just really it touched my heart because it was completely unexpected. But, I am in a place, I think that as women, you get to a place, you get to an age where it doesn't serve you and it doesn't help you to hold things inside. You never know who you are going to bless by your story. You never know who you're going to help by being transparent. So I have never really cared about what people thought. And when I hit 40, I really stopped caring what people thought. And as I get older, it gets worse. But I think it's a good thing. And not in like a mean way, but in a way that I'm me, I'm authentic, I'm me. Take it or leave it. I'm a no-nonsense kind of chick. I've always been that way, pretty much. If you know how I feel, I'm not good at hiding my emotion. Usually it's all in here. So I being transparent, crying, whatever you want to call it, it makes you stronger. It doesn't make you weaker. So that's just how I see it. Hey, everybody. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this particular live is because, as I said, I got a lot of love, a lot of messages from my live the other day. Not the makeup one, the one before the makeup one. And I have so many people that are entrepreneurs who want to be entrepreneurs, who are gifted at something other than where they spend 40 plus hours a week. That's not their gift. That's not what they were put here to do. It's just what pays the bills. So my goal is, as I'm growing my business and getting closer and closer to my goal, which my goal is in 2018 to quit my job and work my business full time, which God is blessing me to move me in that direction to be able to do. So this is really for, as I do these lives and I talk to y'all, I'm talking to myself as well. Definitely talking to myself as well. And what I'm not big on resolutions, but I do think, thank you y'all for the love. I'm not big on resolutions, but what I do know is that I was having a conversation with my husband today, and without, telling all our business, he was asking me, because I'm a planner, like I'm a thinker. My Brenda raised this chick here. I'm a thinker, and I'm strategic, and I'm very tactical in pretty much everything that I do. And he was asking me with my different business ventures or just with anything that I want to do, how have I been successful to like save and put money to the side. And, I'm not going to go into all I do, but I'm so intentional. When I get my mind set on something, I'm very, very intentional. And I think that is a piece that's missing. I think that we walk around with a lot of stuff up here all day long. And it almost is like, being in a rocking chair. You moving, but there's really no action. Like when you get up, you literally are in the same place you were when you sat down. So I think that, hey, y'all, thank you for joining. So I think that it's going to take more. Again, I'm not big on resolutions, but I am big about, usually my birthday's in February. So my New Year's resolution, or my time where I feel like I really want to like assess what I've done last year and how, hey baby, and what I want to change for next year. Usually it's around my birthday. For me, that feels like my year to kind of start over, my year to kind of do it again, be better. And my prayer and what I want us to work on together, if anyone, you all have dreams, vision, goals. It could be anything. It's not just about business. It could be weight. It could be getting healthy. It could be a relationship. Consistency plus action. Strategy plus intention. Okay, those are all things that are going to go together. So I wrote down some notes. So this is one of the things that I want people to be careful of, because this comes up a lot in conversation. I hear this a lot with my teenagers in the house. And if you all have kids, as soon as they can talk, these are some of the things that they hear, but it never really stops. And that is, I already know that. And yeah, I've heard that before. Let's get away from that, right? Because even if you heard it before, you may not have heard it from that perspective. I had to be careful about that with church. I had to be very, very careful about that with church. When it kind of feeling like I already know what he gonna say, he about to kick his leg up here and he gonna go yell that way and then he gonna come back and I had to be real, real careful with that, because you never know what God is up to. And somebody can say something or shine something in a certain light that hits you a certain way in that moment that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So just like be open, always remain open. So when you're seeking to, I'm going to use, just whatever. I don't want to be too specific, but whatever it is. So the questions that you want to always ask yourself and hold yourself accountable, right? I did a live like maybe a month ago about an elephant, right? So if you have a dream that's so big and it's overwhelming and just consuming to you can't figure out, okay, let's break it down chunk by chunk. What can you do this week that puts you one step closer to your goal? Okay, got the week. What can you do today that gets you closer to your week goal? So don't look at it in the totality, because it is overwhelming. You want to focus on one thing and master it. And I'm guilty of this, start a book. Somebody told me about another book. That book I'm not done with, but I'm going to go to this book. Like, we all over the place, and it's busy work, and we feel like we're doing something. We feel like busy is not productive. Let me just put it like that. Busy is not productive. So be careful about doing things and just spinning your wheels and feel like you busy. Busy does not automatically equate to being productive. So my goal for myself, and hopefully you as well, is mastering one thing, right? Hey Loretta. Hey Angela. Hey Lucy. Hey James. Hey everybody. Hey Marquita. Mastering one thing. All right, so these are the questions that I jotted down from the book that I'm reading. Okay, so first question, have I mastered it? Does my waistline prove that I've mastered it? Does my wallet prove that I've mastered it? Most people don't know I have a sister, but I do have a sister, and she's right there. Hey, Angela. Hey, baby. So does my waistline prove that I've mastered it? Does my wallet prove that I've mastered it? Does my business, the success of my business, prove that I've mastered it? Do my relationships show that I've mastered it? Does my daily attitude and my perspective show that I've mastered it, right? And I cannot emphasize enough. I have two. You are so right. I'm so sorry. I have two. Lika. Y'all say hi to my sissies. Hey, Christy. Yeah, attitude. Exactly, Loretta. I'm hard on myself, but being hard on myself is not something that helps me. In a way, it helps me. What I'm saying is that, if you're anything like me, just like kind of let me know. So I can be hard on myself in a way that depresses me. And I'm not really a depressed type chick. Like I've never been laying in bed too long. I'm ready to get up. But it brings me down because sometimes when you're so hard on yourself, all you can see is what you have left to do or what more you need to accomplish. Sometimes it's just about saying, shoot, I got out of bed, I was showered, I got the kids off to school, I washed a load of clothes. I've done something today. So recognizing that sometimes it's just about being, what's the word? You want to hold yourself accountable, but you also want to give yourself a break, right? What you mean? How you did? What do you mean, Loretta? I'll keep going, but type, what do you mean? So I can answer your question. So one of the things that I jotted down from the book that I'm reading is the average person settles for far less than they're capable of. I put a post up the other day, all overcome. Okay, I'll come right back to that. I put up a post the other day about success being a birthright. And Loretta, what I do every single day, and I don't want you to think that this is something that you ever stop doing. It's not something that you ever stop fighting for. I know innately that I was born to do something. I can remember being a little girl, and I just knew. I just always had a feeling that working a job, 8 to 5, 9 to 5, whatever, making money, paying bills. This vision is so vivid. I can remember being a child, and the feeling of that life frightened me. The feeling of living that life made me physically ill. The fear of living that life depressed me. The fear of living that life made me not want to live. I don't want to just live to work for somebody 10 years here, 10 years here, 15. I mean, that's just me. That's just me. Some people can do it, and God bless them if they can. I'm not wired like that. So how do I overcome? I overcome because there is the Jesus inside me won't let me rest. He won't let me rest. Like I told you, I don't think I can be a depressed person because I lay there and I be like, you got to get up and do something. Like I physically have to do something. I give myself a certain amount of time to rest and refresh myself, but it's just in me. So one thing, Loretta, that also has helped is writing things down. That works for me. It holds me accountable. I have a planner that I look at every single day. It goes with me pretty much everywhere I go. I keep my planner because I may not always remember, but I do my planning sessions usually on Sundays. I plan my week out. What are my goals for the week? And then every single day I'm in my planner. What was I supposed to accomplish today? And I don't do it based on how I feel. You can't do it based on how you feel. If you make your mind up to do something, you got to do it anyway. If we as a people only did things based on how we feel, we would get very little done. I love y'all, but I'd rather be laying in my bed right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't do it based on how we feel. We have to do it based on what we know. We have to do it based on who we know. And so when we know that we have a goal and that we're going somewhere, we're at least trying to go somewhere, that feeling, I want to get some t-shirts done called Do It Scared. I want Do It Scared on my shirts. I just think that it's a mantra. You know, it's a way of life. Actually, you know, because it's the way that we have to reprogram our minds. if it makes you scared, if it pushes you out of your comfort zone, you probably should do it. You probably should do it. Now, nothing crazy. Like, we're not talking about like nothing crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's an opportunity, if I was talking to a really good girlfriend of mine, husband, babe, y'all don't mind my husband. Hey, Mitri, you better come get these glasses, girl. I know you can't see nothing. But you have to do it scared, and you have to do it anyway. So this is the reason why I entitled this live, Don't Be Like Most People. These are some of the notes that I jotted down from the book. So most people, and these are all the things that go around in our head that we say we're not going to do anymore. Okay. Most people overeat and eat based on pleasure versus health. Most people don't have enough energy to go after their goals and dreams. Most people sleep in and have no morning routine. Most people make excuses instead of progress. Most people focus on the negative versus the positive. Very true. Most people spend more money than they make. Lord, no, yes, Lord, that's so true. Most people talk about success versus taking action. I think if people would talk less, can I just say that? I think if people would talk less and do more, we would get a lot more accomplished. Your lip service that just makes you feel good. It sounds good. But if you having the same conversation year after year, month after month, stop talking and do something. It irritates my soul. So I try to be a person. Some people think I'm quiet. I have my moments, but I have gotten more quiet as I've gotten older because I'm working on something. I'm working on something. So no, I don't. That's for you. That's for that ego. That makes you feel good. But what are you doing? Like, come on, pen and paper. What are you doing? What are your action steps? What are you doing today that you didn't do yesterday? How are you changing your morning routine? I did a post also the other day that says, change can be very, very little. Thank you for the love. Hey, Adrian. Hey, Charlita. I did a post the other day. Stop trying to make these huge, big changes, right? Because it becomes overwhelming and it can become paralyzing. Stop making these huge changes, trying to make these huge changes. Change one thing, okay? So for me, with my business, for me, she's so crazy. Yeah, excuse her. For me, it was partly my morning routine. Putting something different in place every single day, consistently, whether I feel like it or not, right? Because what I won't feel like is 2018, November 28th, and me sitting in the same place, having the same conversation. I promise you won't happen. So I'm making small changes, and you as well. Small. What can you do? What can you change right now? What can you change tomorrow morning that will put you one step closer to your goal? It's a compound effect. Exactly. It's about small action. Stop making it so big, because when you do that, now it's impossible. Now I can't do, it's too much. I already got so much to do. Lord, no, I can't take no more. No, you setting yourself up for failure, and you know you are. So small elephant, one bite at a time. Real quick, the other thing that it says, most people pray for weekends and hate Mondays. So what you gonna do about it? Okay, Loretta, it is, let me get the author. Let me read this other, and I'll get the author, and I'll tell you the book. Most people sell themselves short. Most people associate with people who let them off the hook versus holding them accountable. Get you some people that's going to say, boo, nope. Turn the TV off. Turn Housewives of Atlanta off. Your bank account can't afford to watch nothing. do something. You said you were going to start your catering business. You said that you were going to sew something for this girl. You said you wanted to do a makeup line. You need people that will hold you accountable. You know the saying, if you're the smartest one in your circle, boo, you need another circle. You can keep the circle you have, but get another circle too. And put yourself in situations that make you uncomfortable. I know it's counterintuitive. I know this is not the way we were taught. We're coddled as children. Oh, can't feel uncomfortable. We can't feel scared. Okay, well, you stay where you are. That's the alternative. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. So the book, I'm sorry, Loretta, to answer your question, the book that I am reading is called, it's a great book. It is a great, great, great book. Let me get to the author. Pete, what's this guy's name? It's called 6 Months to Six Figures. And it's by Peter Voogd. So I'll spell his last name. Voogd. 6 Months to Six Figures by Peter Voogd. Voogd. Excellent book. If you've never read Rich Dad Poor Dad, excellent book, right? And this is not just about network marketing. This is not just about my business. This is about anything that you are trying to do. This is changing the way that we process. We are taught to look for jobs. We are taught to work for someone else. Be a good employee. Make sure you come in on time and you do right, and you work there, and you're going to try to live off of the little bit of money they're going to pay you. They're going to give you 3% increase once a year. And then when you retire, the money that you couldn't live off of then, you're going to retire. They're going to give you half of that. If you get that, you're going to get half of that, and good luck with living off of that. Where they do that at? Oh, they do that here. That's where they do that at. So, yeah, no. So my challenge and my charge, I will continue to do these lives. I will continue to, as I speak to you, speak to myself. Do it scared. Do it when you don't feel like it. One thing a day. I can't tell you how much impact you can have. One thing a day. Do it scared. Love y'all. Any questions before I go? You good, Loretta? And Loretta, you can inbox me anytime, hon. Let me know if I can be, I don't know, encouragement, a sounding board, accountability partner. I was raised to be of service. So it's not just about me and my dreams and my goals. If I can help you, that helps me sleep at night. All right, people, love you much. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will talk to y'all soon.